Welcome to the Facility Management Portal. Today we are starting a new chapter, a new competency of CFM, which is Real Estate and Property Management. In this video, we will explore chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, Real Estate and Property Management Fundamentals. In this chapter, we will learn the following topics. The first one is internal factors that affect the real estate decisions. Number 2, external factors that affect the real estate decisions. So, before starting, let's define what is real estate. So, real estate refers to the land and the buildings or any structure on it. In terms of the facility management, real estate is the physical space and buildings which we manage, whether it is residential, commercial, or industrial. While on the other hand, property management is the practice of managing and maintaining a property for the owner. Property managers are responsible for ensuring the property is in good condition, tenants are satisfied, and financial goals are achieved. Type of real estates. Real estate comes in many forms. As a facility manager, it is crucial to understand the types of real estate. There are main four types of categories. The first one is residential real estate. In this includes single family house, apartments, condo. Next is commercial real estate. These properties are used for the business purpose. They include office buildings, shopping malls, and retail stores. Next is industrial real estate. These properties are used for manufacturing, storage, or distribution, such as warehouses, factories, and distribution centers. Next is special purpose real estate. This includes properties built for the specific purpose, such as hospitals, schools, or place of worship. These require specialized knowledge to manage effectively, especially concerning safety standards and facility operation. The role of the facility managers in the real estate. Generally, the main role of the facility manager is to oversee maintenance and repairs, manage tenants' relations and emergency complaints, handle financials such as rent collection, budgeting, ensure compliance with the government laws and regulations, lease management such as understanding agreements, renewals. Next is contributing to the decisions as they use the real estate. Next is compare alternative real estate proposals and determine their effect on support system, building system, vendor relations and personals. Interpret real estate documents, agreements and investment recommendations. Judge the quality of the available information and suggest financial analysis when appropriate. Confirm the accuracy of the documents and agreements. The facility managers are also expected to manage real estate both as an asset and as a structure and ground design to support the people who use them. A facility manager does not manage the property only for the profit but work to deliver the high quality and cost effective services for the stakeholders that align with the organization objectives. Next topic is market trends and challenges in property management. In today's dynamic real estate market, property managers face various trends and challenges such as growing demand for sustainability and green buildings, rise of smart technology in property management, navigating economic downturns and tenant turnover, internal and external factor that affects the real estate decisions. In many corporations, real estate and facility management belong to the same organization named as CRES, which is Corporate Real Estate Services or Workplace Services. Each team plays their role, but facility management and real estate work together, especially when working on new space development. Real estate plays a very important role in helping organizations to meet their business goals, and there are some internal and external factors which affect the real estate decisions. Whether you are working in facility management or real estate investment, understanding these factors is essential. So let's break it down to understand it better. So internal and external factors that affect the real estate decisions. Internal factors are organizational image, business life cycle costing, investment analysis, intended use, and on the other hand, external factor, here we have typo. External factors are economic cycle, age of property development, cyclic market condition, highest and best use, government regulations, standards. So let's break down internal factors in little more detail. So the first one is organizational image. Physical space an organization occupies says a lot about its value and identity. Organizational image refer to how your company is perceived by its clients, employees, investors, and the community. This perception is often shaped by the properties you choose. So, when making real estate decisions, it's important to consider how it's aligned with the organization's brand values, image, and corporate culture, and reputation, branding, and the company's identity, how the physical space reflects the organization's value and goals. Next is business life cycle. So every business goes through a different life cycle stages from a startup to maturity and beyond. These stages impact real estate needs, facility management, and investment decisions. Understanding how real estate align with the business growth helps organization optimize resource and stay competitive. So what are the stages of the business life cycle and their impact on the real estate? First one is a startup stage. In this stage, the business is new with limited revenue and resources, and the real estate need is a small, flexible space to minimize cost. Next is growth stage. In this stage, the company expands, requiring more employees, production, and infrastructure. Real estate needs could be larger space, additional location, or new facilities to support scaling operation. Next stage is maturity stage. In this stage, the business stabilizes with steady revenue and operations. Real estate needs could be optimizing space utilization, cost control, and long-term facility planning. Next is declining or renewal stage. In this stage, business may face reduced demand requiring downsizing or repositioning. The real estate demands could be selling unused properties, subleasing spaces, or renovating to stay competitive. Next is intended use. The intended use of the property refer to its primary function, whether it is for office space, retail, industrial storage, or other specific purpose. The type of property you choose must align with the intended use of a space. Business have unique real estate requirement based on what they do and how they do it. Zoning system typically regulate the use of property. Intended use impact everything from the physical side to the facility itself. There are many attributes of an intelligent building. The most important attribute in general across all property type, the voice and data communication net. Next is life cycle costing. What is life cycle costing? Life cycle costing, also known as LCC, is a process that calculates all the cost associated with the building, systems, or component throughout its entire life. It involves the analysis of the cost of a system or a component over its entire life. The cost estimates are the heart of life cycle costing. Life cycle costing is a valuable tool for facility managers by analyzing the total cost of the ownership, ensure smart financial planning, and promotes sustainability. Always consider life cycle costing when evaluating options to achieve long-term savings and effect and efficiency. Next is investment analysis. Investment analysis involve using financial techniques to evaluate the profitability and risk of the real estate decision. It provides key data to help organizations make choices about where to allocate their resources. Organization may choose from a variety of different financial analysis, common financial analysis methods. So the first one is payback period. This measures how long it will take for an investment to recover its initial cost through savings or revenue. For example, if a facility installs solar panel costing 50,000 dirhams and saves 10,000 annually on electricity, so the payback period is 5 years. Next is discounted cash flow analysis. In this case, consider the time value of money by calculating the present value of future cash flow from an investment. For example, evaluating the profitability of upgrading a building's HVAC system by estimating future energy saving in today's value. Next is risk analysis. In this case, assess the potential risks and investments such as market market fluctuations or operational challenges. For example, analyzing the risk of investing in a new office building by evaluating factors like market demand and potential tenant turnover. Next topic is baseline financial concepts and terms. However, we have already learned these financial concepts in our another unit, which is finance and business. But here again we will have a quick review on each concept. Commercial real estate financing is a complex process involving various financial factors. To make informed decisions, facility managers and investors must understand some key concepts. Few key concepts of real estate financing. So the first one is capitalization rate or cap rates. Cap rate is the ratio of a property's net operating income to its market value or purchasing price. This helps evaluate a property's profitability, such as a building generating 100,000 in annual with a market value of 1 million has a capitalization rate of 10%. Next is mortgage payments. These are regular payments made to repay a loan taken to purchase real estate. They include principal and interest components, such as a facility manager budgets for monthly mortgage payments of 10,000 for a newly acquired office. Next is sinking funds. A savings fund set aside pay off debt or replace assets in the future. This ensures that the facility is financially prepared for large expenses. For example, setting up a sinking fund to replace an aging HVAC system in next 10 years. Next is impact of currency fluctuation. So in case of international investment, changes in currency value can affect returns. This is especially important for the properties financed or rented in foreign currency. For example, a facility in Dubai leased to international client can see revenue changes due to fluctuation in exchange rate. Next is interest rate risk. Changes in interest rates can impact loan cost, affecting the overall profitability of real estate investment. Example is an increase in interest rate might raise mortgage payments, reducing cash flow for the property. Next is risk analysis model. Risk analysis model attempt to replace assumptions, judgment, and intuitions with more explicit financial estimates to assess potential risk and reduce them to maximize returns. A risk analysis model replaces subjective assumption and intuition with explicit financial estimate. This quantifies potential risk, enabling better decision making, and by analyzing risk systematically, facility manager can mitigate them and enhance profitability. For example, when considering a major renovation project, a risk analysis model evaluates uncertainties like fluctuating material cost, project delays, or unexpected regulatory requirements. How risk analysis model helps? The first is identify risk by making sure and pinpoint areas of uncertainty in financial planning, quantify impact by assigning measurable values to potential risk. Now let's start with the external factor that affect real estate decisions. So the first one is economic cycle. The economic cycle refers fluctuation in the overall economy, including changes in production, employment, and spending. These cycles, which alternate between periods of expansion and contraction, have a significant impact on real estate and facility management decisions. So, what is economic cycle? The economic cycle describes the nature of rise and fall of economic activities over months or years. This includes four main phases. The first one is expansion. During the expansion, there will be economic growth, higher demand, and increased investment. Next is peak. During the peak, the economy reaches its highest level of activity. The next is contraction. During this phase, the economy will decline in growth, lower demand, and reduced investment. The next is trough. In this phase, the economy hits its lowest point before recovering. The impact on real estate decision. During the expansion, high demand for office space and real estate, increased rents and property values. Organizations may expand their facilities or invest in new properties. During the contraction phase, decreased demand for real estate, falling property values and rents. Organizations may delay investment or downsize to cut cost. Whether an organization is in a period of contraction or expansion affects real estate decisions. Next is age of property development. Age of property development is an important consideration in any real estate decision. Properties go through different phases of development, each fluctuating their value, performance, and usability. So, the phases of property developments are: first, new developing area, neighborhood; the second is peak value, performance; third is value decline and obsolescence; and fourth is least value or renewal. So let's explore a little further. First phase. A property in this phase is located in growing area with potential for high future value and characterized by new infrastructure, rising demand, and competitive pricing. For example, investing in a newly developed commercial zone can yield. The next is peak value or performance. The property reach its high value and optimal performance, and high demand and minimal maintenance issues define this phases. Value decline. Over time, the property may lose value due to aging infrastructure or changing market preference, and maintenance cost rise and demand may decrease. For example, an older retail space struggle to attract tenants due to outdated design and competition from newer malls. Then, least value. The property hits its lowest value, which often requires significant investment for renovation or development. Annual efforts can revitalize the property, increasing its value and usability, such as an aging warehouse is repurposed into a modern eco-working space, regaining market appeal. Next is cyclical market condition. Large degree real estate prices rise and fall in reaction to the overall economic market. Real estate markets are heavily influenced by cyclical market condition where property price and activity fluctuate in response to the overall economy. Understanding these cycles is essential for making better decisions for the real estate. What are cyclical market conditions? Real estate prices rise and fall depending on the strength of the economic market. These fluctuations are tied to change in supply and demand, interest rate, and consumer satisfaction. Impact of economic strength on real estate. In a strong economic period, demand increases, real estate activity increases, and price increases. Next is highest and best use. The value of particular piece of real estate and its highest and best use are legally based on the following criteria. First one is geographical location, use type, degree of competition, local employee, level of income, employment levels, populations, price distance, relationship. Why is highest and best use important? To maximizing value, identifying the most profitable use ensure the property achieve its full potential. Strategic planning. This helps investors and facility managers align development with the market trends. Next is risk reduction. This avoids investment in unsuitable uses that may lead to losses. The next is government regulations. Government regulations play a critical role in real estate decisions. These laws vary by country, region, and even city, impacting how properties are used, developed, and managed. Facility managers must navigate these rules carefully to ensure compliance and avoid penalties. So, the government's regulations can differ by region. Dynamic nature of regulations, such as law, differ from country to country. Even within a country, there are different regulations for any given property. There is a nexus of numerous real estate laws. Regulations can change. Facility manager must be aware of a specific regulation that can impact the organization's real estate holding and consultant with proper professionals to ensure compliance. Conduct thorough review before purchasing or leasing properties. Assess zoning, environmental, and tax implication to avoid surprises. Next is standards. In real estate and facility management, standards provide guidelines that shape decisions and ensure consistency, functionality, and serviceability. Adhering to these standards help organizations to maintain high quality operations and comply with the industry benchmark. One of the principal standard publications that facility management professional and building owners and managers encounter is the ASTM. Standards for the whole building functionality and serviceability. ASTM or IFMA and Building Owners and Managers Association have numerous standards to measure area in office building. Thank you. Congratulations. You have completed chapter number 1 for the real estate and property management. Hope the video was helpful. Good luck for your exam. Happy learning. And if you have any suggestions or feedback, please do comment below. We are consistently working to improve our content and trying hard to help people.